I personally know many people who have been very affected by what you are doing. It is true that you are making a huge difference.
Why you think I took my camera and I did everything I still continue? It was because of anger.
Many Palestinians describe being a Palestinian as if you involuntarily become an activist or an advocate for the cause just by existing.
I don't want to lose everything and no one to hear about it. No, I'll make everyone hear, even if I will not change something on the ground.
You have been living outside of Gaza now for a while. Do you ever think of going back?
I was going back already. For my bad luck, the Israeli tanks was faster than me.
People like me who have their privileges, we have to use them.
As a photojournalist, I start to feel that my pictures is the same. The massacres happening daily, it's repeating itself. When the police chase you because of protest, just run. Don't wait.
Welcome everyone, and this is the first recording of a series of conversations that I'm hosting for Zeteo, and I am truly honored to have my first guest as Motaz Azaiza. Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation. And so
Thank you,
the
dear. Thank you for having me.
So the idea of this series is to communicate both the extremely dire emergencies that we are facing and the interconnectedness of them, whether it is the climate crisis or social crises, for example, the genocide that's happening in Palestine, or people all over the world who are being oppressed and exploited just to benefit the very few. But I also want to communicate glimpses of true hope, which is not kind of hope that make people feel good and make them feel like they don't have to do anything, which I would call false hope, and which is actually the exact opposite of hope. For me, hope lies in honesty, integrity, and people actually being courageous and taking action for in their position, wherever they are, the people who are actually fighting to make a real difference and who are making it very clear that in order to achieve justice, we all have to act and raise our voices. And you, Motaz, you are a true example of that. And for that, we are so many who want to thank you for that. I know that you don't need or want our thank yous, but we want us to act. And the first question I have for you is that you have been so good at using your skills and platform to communicate and sort of portray the genocide that is now happening. And I know that many Palestinians describe being a Palestinian as if you involuntarily become an activist or an advocate for the cause and for basic human rights just by existing. Do you share that picture as well?
Yes, actually, I share the same picture, but it's not how it sounds for you. Because what's happening, it's happening in my homeland. Me, like others, there is like a responsibility on everyone in our society. It's a war on the Palestinians, all the Palestinians, and their existence. So Motaz or others, they share the same responsibilities towards their home, towards their lands. So what we are doing and what we did is a part of the responsibility that we have towards our home. So first we are serving our home in the ways we can, and there is a different means to serve your home. If it's like about like resisting occupation, like about showing what occupation are doing, showing the suffer of your people, or being like a doctor, a nurse, being an activist who want to help people on the field. So there's a different ways, and for me, I feel like it's a duty because of my home.
Because I know that, of course, for so many of the activists and people taking actions, for example, the student uprisings all over the world, it is a privilege in order to be able to choose to take action. And for you and for many others, it's not like there is an option, kind of.
Yeah, for like like students around the world in the different universities. It's about a cause they believe in, and they believe in the rights of the Palestinians in their lands. So this is why they are standing to try, in a way, to stop the aggression against Palestinians and to stand up with in the right side uh, in the history because they believe in the cause, they believe in our rights, so they are standing up for this.
And you have been living outside of Gaza now for a while. How has that been like for you? Like, in what ways have your life and work changed, and do you ever think of going back?
First, I was going back already, but for my bad luck, the Israeli tanks was very faster than me to the borders, so I couldn't catch up and enter. So and I went back. I was decided to go back because I was very desperate from the war because the reason that made me leave is because as a photojournalist, I start to feel that my pictures is the same. What I capture, I already captured yesterday. The massacres that are happening daily, it's repeating itself. And I found a huge support from the people. So because I didn't used to travel before, I didn't know how the world works. So I decided, okay, I will wait for opportunity that I can leave. Maybe from outside I can make more pressure because I thought that if I'm outside, yeah, that means something. I at the same time I found myself I will be useless because I start to not documenting the much I'm looking for food and water. So it become very hard for me, and the diesel for my car I stopped um, I'm not able to move anymore, and Israeli tanks is so close to my house, and it's become really hard to be in that place. So I said, Motaz, if he got killed, he will be useless. But Motaz, if he's alive, using his skills, the platform, the connections that he had, it may do something. So so I said, okay, I will wait for me to get out. I went out. It was first shocking, and it's a weird feeling that you are now out. And from the first day, well, since I went out, okay, I want to go back. But I kept convincing myself that if you'll go back, the chance to lose your life is more higher, and I don't want to lose my life in a genocide. And it's not also about me; it's about affecting any of my like my brothers. I already lost a family and relatives, more than 26. But my own parents and my brothers, it was really, I don't want to cause them any damage because of the work I'm doing. And I said, okay, I will try my best from outside, grab more attention, meet a lot of people. I met a lot of politicians. I met a lot of people who can make the decisions, but everyone I meet, they say to me, yeah, I support you 100%, but I can't show this to the media. So I felt, okay, so what's the reason for me being here? No one told me that you will wake up and you live these circumstances and you'll lose a family, you lose a friends, you'll be like the voice for many of your people and the eye for the world about what's happening in your homeland. And I didn't know. I don't know because no one have been experienced this.
No, exactly. Like, because obviously you have not asked to get all this attention and to, as you say, become the voice of this cause. And I can only imagine how many people want to use you and exploit you just to pretend like they care and to pretend that they're doing something when in fact they're not. They're just more or less using you for their own gain. Um,
Yeah, I've been, I may, I don't call it a mistake because I don't know. If I know and I
mm,
do the thing which is wrong, okay, I made a
yeah.
mistake. But if I don't know, it's not my mistake.
Mhm.
So yeah, I met a lot of people that are great. and I met a lot of people that I don't regret. Like
Mm.
I uh, I met the Prince of Netherlands,
Mhm.
and he heard from me for an hour and a half, and I
Mhm.
found like I felt that yeah I convinced him even at least to the right
Mm.
image that he doesn't see, because I feel that Netherlands is very pro-Israelis
Yeah.
as the government, not the people.
Mhm.
So yeah, this is a thing to show up in a concert where more than like 40,000 people attending and to
Mm.
speak about Gaza. Yeah, make these people speak and know about Gaza here. So
Mhm.
because yeah, we are getting killed and we are losing everything. I don't want to lose everything and no one to hear about me. No, I'll make everyone hear. Even if I will not change something on the ground, yeah,
Mm.
I will make everyone hear. Because my idea was from getting out from Gaza in these circumstances, it's about keep making noise.
Mm.
The noise that, yeah, make people do anything. But unfortunately, it's Israel, and it's the, let's say the spoiled daughter for the US. So even the ICC itself, when they issued a decision about the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, they said that he's a war criminal and should be arrested.
Mhm.
You saw what the US said. So who I am to change these things, because this is the global system. Some people try to do really a good thing on the ground, and some people will sacrifice their life in a way to try to help. So like the American soldier who burned himself.
Mm.
And here I'm not mentioning that like I'm like happy about burning himself for us. No, but I'm happy that there is a people who stand for the rights of Palestinians, even if
Yeah.
that cost him his life, because we're already getting killed. And he's American. So,
Mhm.
and when I visited the US first time, because I had a lot of bad image from before I go,
Mm.
I went to the US and I feel like everyone is evil. I went there, like thousands of people are really good souls, and they want to do a change, but it's not in
Yeah.
their hands.
Yeah.
So I found, yeah, there is a lot of good people in this world,
Mm.
and now I'm trying hard to be the person who gather all these good souls together. They can't do a
Mhm.
thing, but if they are together,
Yeah.
like imagine like Motaz to be fought by 50 million people, 100 million people.
Mhm.
But yeah, they will keep sharing, like what happened in Rafah. All eyes on Rafah. It was a
Mhm.
trend in social media. All eyes on Rafah. It like in 3 days, it collected like 58 million people who shared this trend
Mm.
or
Mm.
hashtag. Israeli
Yeah.
occupation entered Rafah, burned the houses, killed the people, committed massacres, and they
Mm.
finished from Rafah, and nothing changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, but if just a 1 million stood up
Mhm.
together
Yeah.
and do something on the ground, they will change. It's about to do a thing, but to do a thing, you need to sacrifice. There is like a Canadian citizen. He went from Canada to near to Gaza, near a settlement inside occupied lands, and he just saw a group of soldiers. He started to shout on them, "Free Palestine!" and so
Mm.
they killed him. Like 2 days ago, the American activist, you shot at
Yeah.
her in the head. So like Shireen Abu Akleh before, she's a Palestinian American. They killed her,
Yeah.
journalist. So whatever you are from where, even if you are from the US or even if you are
Mm.
Israeli and you want to stand for the Palestinian rights
Mm.
and to end the occupation, they will kill you.
I think we should also ask about the big actors, the bigger actors. For example, the US. You talked a lot about them. Um, there are many, as you said, there are many good people as well, people who are actively standing up against what the government and big companies are doing. Many American voters who are appalled by the American responsibility in this genocide. Do you have a message for those voters who are, I would assume, very lost? And also, do you have a message for Kamala Harris?
look, as I mentioned before, uh, when they saw a lot of pressure, especially for like Kamala Harris, she started to change some words. Like she's standing really, and she feels really, really well. But when it comes to elections, and they saw that the pressure that it got reduced as not before. Yeah, she now start to carry out the security of Israel. It's their priority. So even the 50, 60,000 people and more who got killed in Gaza and 100,000 people who are like injured and the loss of people didn't mean anything for them. So yeah, and even we are not just talking about now, we're talking about days before even the 7th of October. People just, yeah, a lot of people start just to hear about our struggle from the 7th of October. But no, 6th of October there was Palestinian getting killed by settlers in the West Bank. 5th of October there was Palestinian getting killed. 4th of October, 3rd of October, and until 1948, and days before and years before the British occupation for. So they don't care, and they just care about the numbers, the votes, the money, and yeah, for the people who are really standing with us, like there's a really amazing people, even in the government, in the Congress. Uh, let's mention Rashida Tlaib. Rashida, she's really amazing. She she faced the war criminal like Netanyahu with words in the middle of the Congress. So she didn't accept the injustice. And there's also another people who didn't accept that. But what was shocking for us, seeing a lot of people in the Congress members standing and smiling and shouting for like supporting Netanyahu. Like what is happening is not enough to understand. So yeah, I feel everything I'm doing is like from the way of the responsibilities on me to to change the point of views because I changed. I met an Israeli who left from Tel Aviv and like he said to me, like as he claims that he's not using his Israeli passport anymore. He's just like an American. He left because what is happening, he doesn't accept this, and he knows this is not right. And like there's a really true amazing Jewish people that I'm meeting. I they are really very supportive, and they really don't accept what's happening because whatever I show and do something, I found some ignorant. You are anti-Semitism. You're calling for killing Jewish. No, man. There's a Palestinian who are Jew. So it's not about the religion. Stop just using this word so you can justify what you're doing. No. So yeah, it's a really long fight, and it's not gonna end soon, and it's not gonna be easy. And I'm just one of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people who just fighting for their freedom, and I'm fighting in my way. And I hope like justice to be established soon. I wish that because this is not fair, really not fair.
No, really not. Yeah, and the constant work that you are doing, you and others are doing, must be so exhausting, and to meet so many people who are trying to fight against you and accuse you of all kinds of things while feeling I can only imagine I cannot imagine what you are feeling. But I know that there are many people, especially Palestinians, that I know who are feeling extremely helpless and hopeless. But of course, there are always ways of people to turn that anger and despair into action, as we have seen now all over the world. Um,
Yeah,
but
why you think I took my camera and I
mm,
did everything and I still continue? Because it's not even just because of this, but it was because of anger. In August
yeah,
2023, I applied for permission to go to the West Bank and Jerusalem to see my home through the agency I'm working with.
mm-hmm,
And it was the first time I've been now able to apply for permission. After 2 days, I got denied for security reasons by Israeli occupation. I went back home because I've been waiting for this chance for my whole life. I went back to home very angry. I started to write signs on the wall, and I said, "Just God, please empower me to do something. I
yeah,
want to do something for my home, and I'm really pissed. I want to do something."
mm,
And 2 months, 2 months later, this happened. And I didn't, if you tell me now that you will do all of this, well, I'll tell you you're crazy. No, this is never be happening. Because this is not the first time I cover what's happening, and I did my best. But what also made me to continue is the people I lost.
mm,
They made me continue, not to surrender. And yeah, it's never been easy for us. Never been easy. And if we are dying, or if we are like getting killed, I don't want to be killed in silence. No,
mm.
I will ruin everyone peace if I don't have peace. No
Yeah,
one should have peace while I'm not having peace. Why?
yeah, exactly. I mean, no one is free until everyone is free. And people seem to be so, for example, for me, when I have been doing Palestine actions and similar, and me and other, for example, climate activists or activists for other causes have been speaking up, people have been so confused and wondering why we are doing that, why we are ruining our reputations and ruining our own causes for speaking up for Palestine. And people just seem so uh, incapable of seeing the connections between we care about the climate crisis because we care about people, because we want justice, peace, and freedom for everyone. We don't care about, for example, the climate crisis in my case, because I want to save trees. It's it's because, as you are saying, because if you don't have peace, then how can we sit here and say that we need to save the nature, we need to save future generations when people are already dying today? And when I at least I can speak for myself, when I'm talking about doing something, I'm not talking about people sharing stuff on social media and then feeling like they're done their job. I'm talking at least about people actually raising their voices, going out. People like me who have their privileges, we have to use them um, to block, occupy, and protest, demonstrate, to actually do
Yeah.
things, to make a difference, go outside of your comfort zone.
Yes, actually, because now I sometimes I feel useless because I used to be in the field, you know. I'm not kind of guy who just like speaking up. And I don't like to speak a lot. And people for sorry expect a lot of things from me, like I really didn't do anything.
Mm,
So yeah, I don't like to speak, like act. I like to act more. I like to be in the field. I like to document. I like to help on the field. But now it's different. The world doesn't run as you wish. The life doesn't run as you wish.
mm. But of course, you are also doing extremely much by speaking up and using your platform. So I think,
Yes, it's. But
yeah,
unfortunately, there when I like I do a lot of I be in the places that
mm,
there was never Palestinian been there,
mm,
and just speaking and calling it Israel's occupation. This is illegal and it's a genocide. What's happening? But I
yeah,
want to post about I did a really big thing. I found a new massacre happened, 100 people getting killed. So, why should I care about what I achieved?
Yeah.
You
Well,
see, this is the point of like making me feeling useless, because whenever I achieve something, Israel killing more people.
I personally know many people who have been very affected by what you are doing. So so it is true that you are making a huge difference by doing what you are doing. And
Thank God. Thank God.
I hope that more people will realize that if we are enough people who go together, who come together and demand justice, demand change, then we can achieve something. I I truly hope that we can sort of get that message across and that more people realize that.
Hopefully, hopefully.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dear, for having me, and hopefully to just end soon. And when the police face you because of protest, just run. Don't wait for it.
Did you like this video? Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on notifications. For exclusive content and to support our independent, unfiltered journalism, head over to Zeteo.com. Your support matters.